Out here, the West didn't hand out happy endings. It handed out consequences. Names got carved into headstones faster than they got written down. Men disappeared. Towns pretended they never existed. And justice was usually whoever showed up holding it. This is Hell for Dinner. True stories from the Wild West, where the line between lawman and outlaw was thin, and the ground was always hungry. Wild Bill Hickok was careful, until he wasn't. In Deadwood, he took the only open seat at a poker table back to the door. A man named Jack McCall walked in behind him and ended the legend with one point-blank shot. Deadwood, in 1876, isn't a polished town. It's a mining camp with money, liquor, and very thin law. Wild Bill arrives with a name people already know: gunfighter, scout, gambler. In a place like Deadwood, a famous name attracts two things: attention and men who want to become famous by killing you. So Bill does what smart men do. He watches entrances, reads the room, and protects his blind side. The night before, McCall is drinking and losing money at the table. Wild Bill tells him to quit until he can cover his losses and offers him money for breakfast. Depending on who tells it, that's either kindness or humiliation. Either way, McCall doesn't wear it well. In the West, shame can be a fuse. And sometimes the ugliest kills aren't about money. They're about a bruised ego trying to heal itself with violence. On August 2nd, 1876, he usually takes the seat that lets him see the door, but the only open chair puts his back to it. He asks to switch. He doesn't get the switch, and that tiny concession, one chair, one angle, creates the first real danger he can't negotiate away. McCall enters. He doesn't challenge. He doesn't posture. He walks behind Bill, draws a Colt, and fires into the back of his head. Hickok dies instantly. It's not heroic. It's not cinematic. It's efficient. Exactly the kind of killing the West produced when courage wasn't required, only opportunity. Deadwood reacts like a town without real law. Locals grab McCall, and an impromptu miners' trial happens fast. And unbelievably, McCall is acquitted and released. He leaves town alive after killing Wild Bill Hickok. That outcome is why this story burns. It shows how justice could be a mood, not a system. But McCall can't stop talking. He brags. He tells versions. He tries to wear the killing like a medal. And that's where the West makes its second move. Authorities later arrest him again, arguing the Deadwood proceeding was irregular, so a real territorial court can try him. He's taken to Yankton, the Dakota Territory capital, for trial. This time, the verdict changes. McCall is convicted, and on March 1st, 1877, he is hanged. The West corrects itself, late, imperfectly, but it corrects. And even that correction becomes part of the myth, the killer who walked free until the world caught up with him. Wild Bill's death becomes legend because it's unfair in the most human way. Not a duel, not a showdown, just one bad seat, one blind angle, one man willing to shoot from behind. The West wasn't a place where the best man always won. It was a place where the man with the advantage often did. So when you picture that poker table, don't romanticize it. Hear the door. Hear the footsteps behind the chair. Hear the single shot that turns a living legend into a story people retell for the next 100 years. Because deep down, everyone understands the fear underneath it. You can do everything right and still lose to the one detail you couldn't control.